Good morning, it's Reed Florine here, and I have got an idea that I want to share with you on how to really optimize your Surfer SEO and Conversion AI subscription. So, I've been looking at all the different blog posts about Surfer SEO and how it works, and checking out some of the videos and other training they have on their website. They've got a couple email courses, and so I think I have a method that's going to make it really easy to write SEO optimized content using Surfer SEO and Conversion AI together. And what's beautiful is these tools actually are integrated now, so I can do this a lot easier. So here's what I've discovered about the content editor. So in their help section for SEO, they talk about how the scoring works for the content editor, and it's basically below 33 means your content isn't optimized enough. So you need to optimize your text and maybe add some additional charts. Between 33 and 66, it's optimized pretty well. You're going to be better than most web pages on the internet. You may even start ranking, and anything over 66 means it's ready to go. See, I think a lot of people try to get a perfect score of 100, which they say is pretty much impossible. So they even say it's better to use common sense and keep your content score at 90 than trying to get 100. So my goal is to get things to be at least 66 with this. And they give a couple suggestions here, like make sure to use prominent terms and headings, avoid over optimization of any suggested term, and add images with relevant alternative text. So I can't really do the images in the current version of Jarvis right now, so I'm going to ignore that step. I think I found a way that we can avoid over optimization and make sure to use prominent terms and headings. That may be a little bit harder to do in Jarvis, but copying and pasting what you create in Jarvis into Google Docs and using the Surfer SEO extension to check it there, or copying and pasting your content and putting it inside the content editor in Surfer SEO would be a way to check the heading terms, and you may also be able to do your images with the alternative text. I haven't tried that yet, but that may be an option that's in there. So first off, what you need to do is you need to log into your Surfer SEO account, and then you need to go to their content editor section, and then pick a topic that you want to do. I'm going to do a broad one here. So this is affiliate marketing, and I also did it with content editor and the NLP. Um, it's like natural language processing is what they call it. I want to call it something else because I think of it as a different thing, as neurolinguistic programming is what I think of it, but it's natural language processing for how they are referring to it. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to notice here that Surfer SEO is telling you that the top articles or top blog posts, top things that are ranking online for affiliate marketing at the time of me making this report are between 4,036 words and 4,641 words. They have 27 to 68 headings. They have at least 130 paragraphs, and they have between 20 and 55 images. And then these are popular phrases that are appearing in those articles. And here are some of the headings that are very popular. And this is the the natural language processing. I think that's all included in the all section. So I'm just going to use the all section. I'm also going to use the topics section. So we are going to set up a long form post inside of Jarvis. So write a 4,000 word blog post about affiliate marketing. Okay, so I'm going to type that in to Jarvis. And then um, we're going to use 27 to 68 headings. Use 27 to 68 different headings. Use at least 130 different say paragraphs, and be sure to cover answer these questions. Okay. Use these keywords. Okay. Now we are going to grab the different keywords here. So I'm going to highlight them. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open up a Google Sheet and I'm going to paste that in here. Okay. Now you may notice that that's all in one thing. So I'm going to highlight my column here. I'm going to do data, split text to columns. Now one way to do this, so notice these all have a 0. So I'm going to go with a 0 slash. So those are all in a new column. Okay. That's good. Now I'm going to highlight this again. Actually, I'm going to copy this just to make sure I get the right thing there. So I copied the little dash and then I selected this column B again, and I'm going to split text columns again and custom. I'm going to put that separator in there. Boom. At least, at most, keyword. All right. Now I'm going to select those 3 columns. I'm going to go data, create a filter. Okay, then for column B, it's the at least. So I'm going to select this little icon here. It's like a little drop down. I'm going to sort Z to A. So that's going to tell me the ones that are that need to be used the most. And I'm going to copy all of this. It's not going to let me use all of it because it's too many characters, but I'm going to copy all that. I'm going to go into Conversion AI. Yeah, I think that's good. And I'm going to do that. So, in conclusion, where we're at right now, we've got at least a 4,000 word blog post. We want 27 to 68 different headings. We want at least 130 paragraphs. We want to answer the following questions. And we want to use these keywords at least and at most these many times in the article. Okay, so I'm not even going to fill out this optional keyword section. I'm just going to see if it'll do this. I'm going to have it generate some ideas. Let's see. I'm just going to go with the definitive guide to affiliate marketing. That's fine. We can always change that. We're going to go with this first one. All right, so I'm going to open up SEO mode, and I'll probably have to open this and close this a few times because I feel like it doesn't always update things immediately. So let me click on my content editor piece. So right now I have a score of 6. I've got 72 words. I've got 1 paragraph. Okay. Now, from what I gather, the things to really increase your optimization here is bringing these greens, or sorry, these reds to green is what's going to optimize your stuff the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy a bunch of words here because we're going to use this trick over and over again. I'm going to switch this to medium to long, and I'm going to hit compose. Now, as it does that, the word count will increase here. And this may fluctuate. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right, I'm going to paste that again and delete. So Control Z, and I'll hit compose. I'm just going to let this write. And so it's going to keep writing. We'll check it once it hits 4,000 words. We'll see if it makes sense. It may not. I don't know. But this is just an experiment, and I think with a little bit of guidance, you could um, you could get this to do a really optimized article in a short amount of time. I'm trying to do like bare minimum input just to see what it does, because this was an idea I had while I was laying in bed. So we're gonna see what happens. And we're still writing here. We got 10 paragraphs. Got 300 and some words. Now I've noticed this has not gone up any. So we're at 400 words. I'm going to switch modes again and just see if it changes when I open up SEO mode again. It might, it may not. We're going to see what happens. I may have to refresh the page. I'm just going to copy this all just in case there's any issue. It should save it, but we're going to find out. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, so we're at 15. So we went from, I think we were at 6 before to 15. And how many? We're at 570 words right now. Okay, so we're a couple minutes into this. I'm just going to copy that, paste again, switch this to long. Okay, notice, oh, we got this one to green, and this is to green. So we need to keep an eye and see if it will go above those. I don't know if it will. That's something to pay attention. This is an experiment. So we're going to compose. Now each of these question things, they could be different headings. I'm noticing that it's not adding headings in here, so I don't think that's something that Conversion AI has set up yet. And so I'm going to compose. We're still writing. Now another thing to pay attention with this, because I'm not guiding it at all, it may be kind of repetitive. So some of these may get put into different posts. That's just something to bear in mind. So I'm going to see if I can scroll down here. Okay. Once we hit 1,000 words, I'm going to see if we've gone up any higher. Looks like we're in 800 range. So I think you may want to guide it some more with like different questions you want it to answer, or have some different topics in mind for it to hit. I've noticed that it hasn't figured out that I want to do at most for affiliate marketers, so that has hit the red here. So that may be something to bear in mind, that at least in the current version, it doesn't understand. Uh, I want to do that at most that many times, so it's over optimized. So something to bear in mind there is you may not even have the at least or at most. You may just do um, this column here and get as many of those in, and then just pay attention to it yourself. And if you see that you're hitting limits for different areas, you'll want to start guiding Jarvis a little bit more. So I'm going to try to enter SEO mode here again. I may have to refresh. I'm going to copy this just to make sure I don't want to lose our progress. It should save it, but you never know. Seems to be hanging a little bit trying to connect to Surfer. Here we go. All right, so I'm at 25 already, and we're at 1,000 words in. I do think there's some repetitiveness here, but I haven't been guiding it at all. I've been giving it no input on what I want it to do or what direction I want it to take. I've got a bunch of them in the green here. I think it has answered this question a couple times, so it doesn't seem to realize that it's hit that. I'm going to exit SEO mode because I think it kind of slows things down a little bit. I think you'd probably want to change the date here. There's different things you'd want to do. So I'm going to go back into focus mode. Our word count is up there right now. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it. I'm going to check it again once we hit 2,000 words. Just to see if we get any closer to that magical number of 66. But I think with a little bit of guidance, I think with adding images, I think with adding headings, I think with doing some other stuff to make this a little more readable, you're going to be able to really bump your score up. But we're going to keep playing here. So we're at 1,300 words. We've hit 1,500 words. I'm going to turn Grammarly off and Linguics just because this document's getting kind of long. So I'm going to turn that off. And turn Linguics off too. We have to turn off WordTune as well. Have lots of fun little tools. So in here it is. There we go. There. It should speed up the process a little bit because it's doing all this grammar checking, and that just is kind of tedious when we've got a document this large and we're not planning on immediately using it. So those are turned off. Now my writing will go faster. I can turn those on later. Oh, I'm gonna just tweak that out because wasn't expecting it to make that error. There we go. And we'll check this once we hit 2,000, and then we'll check again at 3,000. We'll check again at 4,000. Okay. This is just for fun. Okay, so it's thinks we're at 1,000 words here. So I need to refresh. So we were at 25 before, and we've basically added another 1,000 words. I do think it's a little repetitive because I haven't been guiding it at all. So, oh, interesting. That only went up to 26. So, I'm guessing we're over optimized for different things like affiliate marketer. We've used a bunch, and affiliate marketers we've used a bunch. So but we have a lot of green here. So that's looking promising. So we'll go back into focus mode and switch this back to long. There it's answering that same question again. I think that's where the repetitiveness of it is getting. I think I need to be guiding it is what I need to be doing. Have a list of questions I want it to answer. Make those my headings and just let it have at it. So grab like all the people also ask questions or grab a bunch of questions on Quora. I've got some other training that shares that, but maybe having um, like a document with those up so you know, or I think you can put them in your notes. Yeah, you can have this notes section, I think. So I think you can add stuff in here. That'd be one way to do it. It's probably better than me just letting this run as is, because it's just kind of writing whatever it wants to do right now. Well, we'll hit 3,000 and see if we bump up any. I was kind of surprised we didn't bump up any when we oops. Well, I hit the wrong thing. That's okay. Just have it regenerate that. Okay, long. Oh, now we're learning about ebooks. We're probably a little off topic. We're definitely in the ebook thing, and Jarvis is thinking that we want content about ebooks, so it's kind of funny that it's got a mind of its own. I'm going to refresh this just so I for sure know it's grabbing stuff. 30. So we did increase a little bit. So I do think that there's definite room for improvement. I'm gonna I'm going to hit the 4,000 just to see. I don't know if this score is going to go up without me making things headings, to be honest. I haven't played enough with Surfer SEO to know. So we're going to go back into focus mode because we're so close to 4,000. We're at 3,000 something. Make sure this is long again. Be interesting to see if Jarvis gets back on track, or it's just going to talk about ebooks for the remainder. I think there was something about long form content or whatever, and then it started thinking I wanted to talk about ebooks for some reason. And since I haven't been guiding Jarvis at all, I'm just letting it write whatever. We've done like no editing. It's just kind of right. All right, I'm gonna delete that because I don't know what that gobbledygook was. Oh, I saw something about affiliates again. We're switching gears back to affiliate marketing. Sweet. And email lists and video marketing. Okay. Getting kind of on topic. All right. You would need to fact check a lot of this information, but we're just having a little fun here. Almost at 4,000. I'm just really curious to see what it does. Okay, so we've hit 4,000. Now, what was the amount? It was like 4,641 is the max. So let's try to get as close to that as possible. Here's conversion AI. Get close. Might be able to do one more. Do one more generation. I could probably do one more. We went over. I'll delete a sentence. Close enough. 4,620 words. All right, let's go into SEO mode. Actually, let's refresh. I want to make sure. So we're going to refresh. We'll go into SEO mode. See what it says inside editor here. We're at 36, okay? And it thinks we're a little bit over for words. So I'm going to get rid of a couple more here. Okay, now I'm going to go into their actual editor. Oh, looky here. How do you become an affiliate marketer? Let's make that heading 2. Hey, we added a heading. Let's make that another heading. Ooh, look at this. Let's make that a heading. Oh, interesting. That dropped it down. Wonder why. I don't know enough. We're getting real close to that 66 mark. Up and down and up and down. Oh, we got a lot of questions here. I think some of them are a bit repetitive, but oops. So I think with a little proper planning on what you want Jarvis to talk about instead of just letting Jarvis run wild is probably your best bet. Oh, it looks like you can add images too. I'm not going to add images because I didn't plan that out. I don't have a image in mind, but I bet that would get me to 66 really quick if I did. I'm surprised their score hasn't gone up any with all these new headings. Hasn't gone up or down in a while. I'm just going to try to get it to the 27 mark. See if that changes things. Oops. Looks like I need to put a line break there. Oh, didn't like that. Let me try doing a heading 3. Okay, heading 2. So I hit 27. Ah, look at that, 67. See, it needed an image. All right. So technically, we're optimized according to this. Now I know this is an article I'm not going to post because I just wanted to see what would happen here. But I really think just playing with this that you need to have an outline of what you want to cover, and then once Jarvis kind of completes its thought on answers a specific question, then you have it segue and switch gears into the next topic or the next question that you want to answer, and that's going to be another heading in here. You do these as like heading 2 tags inside the content editor of Surfer SEO. You add maybe a relevant image with the alt tag, possibly the actual like full question might be your alt tag, and you do that for each one of these, and you aim to hit the right amount of words, the right amount of headings, the right amount of images and the right amount of paragraphs. So like for instance with this one, I would probably come up with a list of 27 to 68 different questions I wanted to answer, or different sections that I wanted to answer. I would aim for 4,000 some words. I would make sure that it did a couple paragraphs in the answer for each one, and then I would add an image that was relevant to each question or each topic, and that would be my blog post that I would have Jarvis write. And I believe that I could get in that 67 or 66 and above range on Surfer SEO using this method, and also paying attention to those different terms like I mentioned earlier. See, we have a lot of them in green here. That's going to make this optimization a lot easier. And then I would just take this content and put it into my WordPress. I think I can just copy and paste this whole thing and drop it into WordPress. There might even be an export button and send it to WordPress. I don't know. I haven't played with it enough. But if Surfer SEO or Conversion AI adds that, that'd be a really slick tool. Just food for thought, guys. But I think this would be a really good way to optimize your content and paying attention to the right amount of keywords that you need entered, and just have that real good outline of what you want covered. So I hope you found this information useful. Underneath this video, you can get signed up for a free trial of Conversion AI, and you can also sign up for a $1 trial to Surfer SEO. So check out those links, and I look forward to helping you create better content using Conversion AI and optimizing it with Surfer SEO.